All right, guys, we're out here fishing in a little bit deeper water. You can see I got a million rods on the deck right now. I've been trying to get some fish to fire, and I just can't get to the depth at like a reasonable amount of speed. So we switched over to the Nishine Smelt head, paired up with a 4-inch easy shiner. One of my all-time favorite combos for catching big smallmouth. It has a super natural action, and the smelt head comes in a ton of different weights and sizes. And then this year they added a crazy amount of colors. So we're gonna chuck this around, see if I can get something going, because there is big ones in the area, and I think they're gonna eat this thing pretty good. This is actually a technique that I've kind of taken away from the Great Lakes. A lot of the time the fish are, you know, 30, 40, 45, 50 feet deep, and throwing little drop shots has become a lot less effective over the last couple of years. To get down to those fish, you kind of need a weight that is going to work. And then with this smelt head, they're still very compact. Like, look at how good that pairs up to that easy shiner. It's the same kind of streamlined look. And then, yeah, the heads come in a ton of different weights, different hooks. They got 2-aughts, 4-aughts, number ones if you want to get down to that 1/8 ounce size. This is a 2/7. It's heavy enough, but not too heavy. I'm still throwing this on spinning. This is an 872 JWR. This is like one of my go-to swim bait rods if I'm doing more of a finesse swim bait. You can throw this on casting too if you just have like a nice longer medium casting rod. So yeah, 872 is a 7.3 medium action spinning reel, extra fast. That tip with a single jig hook is so clutch, man. It pins them so good. This one was deep, dude. Oh my goodness. Don't. Oh, this is barely skin hook, bro. Big one on the smelt head, man. That's probably, that's a long Kawartha fish, dude. I'm gonna put him in the box. We'll get him on the scale, take some pics. What a wicked fish. That's on that smelt head, man. It is such an effective fish catcher, especially when you're in deeper water. Like, we're in 25 feet right now. Getting something down there effectively and still having good action is really hard to do. You guys know I love Okshiras. They're too light to really effectively fish deeper water. So a lot of times I'll go over to this guy and it just flat catches them. Let's see if we can get another one. But if they're eating this smelt head, man, it's gonna be phenomenal. The other good part of the smelt head, man, is it comes through grass so perfect. It's streamlined, doesn't get hung up. A lot of the other heads, they're a little bit wider. This just comes through everything beautifully. It's a perfectly slick, flat, calm day. It's pretty hot out right now. Not like, oh God. I came out thinking top water all day, and they have not been eating that. So little adjustments, man. Figuring out exactly what they want, where they're sitting, what water columns, and then just fishing for them. You gotta have like a nice, steady cadence with this. Because the head's a little bit heavier, it dive bombs a bit if you kill it, which, you know, I mean, that works absolutely in certain situations, but I like to just kind of let it get down to the depth that I want, and then just a steady retrieve back seems to be when I have the best luck anyways. And you can swing on them, man. That's the fun part about having like that single hook. You got a little bit heavier of a rod, like this 872 is a jig and worm rod. That extra fast tip allows you to just kind of peg them really good, and they stay on usually. This lake is not known for fish that as big as we just caught, which is pretty awesome to be able to trick one like that. I mean, 4-pounders live here, but like finding ones that are like that much over 4 is pretty special for a little lake like this. Ooh, that was a good bite there, Ash. That's a good one. Not as big as his brother there, but we'll definitely take him. A lot more spry. So yeah, just another one on that smelt head, man. Not a giant by any means, but still a super fun one to catch. I'm gonna let this guy go because he's just a little small for our box. Look at that big fish in there. See if we can get one more, and then we'll sit down and kind of break everything down a little bit more scientifically. Oh, he came off, dude. He got my tail though. Yeah, just a 4-inch Keitech Easy Shiner, man. Already one of the best swim baits ever made. You get that awesome Keitech scent. And then that little Nishine Smelt head. It's just a deadly, deadly combo. Literally perfection. Feels like a better one, Ash. Oh yeah, it's a good one, dude. Why'd the big one fight the least hard? Oh, this one's pretty big too, though. This one can go in the box if we can get him in the boat. Oh, another super long one, man. That's why I love the fish in the Kawarthas. They're so long. Just completely different than, you know, Great Lakes smallies, but that's a good one. That's a good one for this lake. I'll put him in with that. We don't size discriminate around here. But as you can see, even the little baby ones eat a 4-inch. Well, yeah, they eat a 4-inch pretty good too, so. Beautiful, beautiful specimen right there. All right, guys, you just watched us catch a bunch of fish on one of my favorite combos, the Nishine Lure Works Smelt Head, paired up with the Keitech Easy Shiner. So this is a 4-inch Easy Shiner. This color is Sungill, I believe. And then this smelt head is going to be in the color of smelt. Funny how it works, isn't it? This is just a deadly combo, man. So I think for a lot of our fishing, we're up in Canada, there is such a huge perch population. And I feel like these smallmouth have really started to key into the perch, especially right now. So when they're chasing, they're chasing perch, and this thing kind of imitates that perfectly. This Sungill color looks very perchy in my opinion. Just kind of thread it in there. The Keitech has a nice slot in the back. So you just come through that slot, push it up over those keepers, and that's what you're looking at, and that's what they're looking at. It's gonna have a 90-degree line tie. Now, another great thing about this Nishine Smelt head is how well it comes through grass. It's streamlined. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like, that is a super streamlined bait. Comes through everything very easily. Any type of cover, you can get this thing through that. 90-degree line tie. Now this gives this a secondary ultra awesome purpose. If you're fishing around pelagic fish and you're trying to do anything where you're pitching at, you know, structure or cover, or if they're super deep and you're just trying to like run that jig head minnow thing, this head works phenomenal for it. It's available in a ton of different weights. The one that I'm throwing today is a 2/7. So just over a quarter, gets it down there perfectly. This is on a 2/0 hook. That 2/0 pairs up perfectly with a 4-inch Easy Shiner. I think the softness of this bait combined with the profile of this head, I don't know exactly what hook they use in this, but it keeps them pegged really, really good. Now for rod, line, reel, the entire setup, I'm using an NRX Plus 872 JWR. So a 7'3" extra fast medium. I have, I think, 18-pound Almight. You guys know how much I love the Almight. I like that sinking braid. It just keeps my line connection to the bait a lot better than if you're using something that floats. So the floating is going to kind of come across and dip down. This one has direct to the bait. So the second I pull the trigger on that fish, the hook is getting penetrated. I don't have to pull up any slack or anything like that. And then I'm just running like an 8-pound leader. So pretty standard, easy stuff. I mean, Most of you guys are gonna have a 7-foot medium rod in the box and spinning. That's what's gonna work. You can also throw this on casting. It's heavy enough to throw on some of those medium castings. I just like spinning. I have a lot of confidence in it. Hookup ratio is phenomenal. I seem to land almost every single fish. I think we lost one fish today. It was a really, really good one. But overall, this combo is deadly. We didn't come out here with intentions on throwing this. It was a slick, flat, calm morning. I was thinking top water. I spent the first 2 hours of the day trying to make the top water go, and it just wasn't. And then I noticed the fish kind of chasing bait. So instantaneously went to this, and I went to another swim bait. I couldn't get that one down deep enough, and then this thing just turned on, and it's been electric ever since. So I'll show you a couple of the fish that we caught on this. Really good ones. We're gonna let them go as well. So we only kept the 2 big daddies, and they're happy in this live well. But like, they catch megas, man. Absolute megas. And this lake is not known for, you know, 5-pound plus smallmouth, but if you're using the right bait at the right time in the right areas, you can get anything to go. All right, so because we weren't planning on doing this type of fishing, I'm missing my box with all my little trinkets in it. I'm gonna take this back to the boat shop with you guys, show you one little thing you can do to make this last way longer. We've done a video on it before, but I know a lot of you guys have joined since then. This is gonna make this the Keitech, which is really, really soft. If you guys throw any Keitech baits, you know they rip up pretty easily, but it's the trade-off for catching the fish. I have a little hack that works with this Nishine Lure Works Smelt head that will keep this thing pinned on there, and you'll catch a lot more fish on one bait. All right, so we're back at the boat shop now. I got the rest of my stuff so I can show you guys how to keep this plastic on this Nishine Smelt head for a lot longer. All you're gonna need, your plastic, your head, and then you're gonna need these Ryugi Inset hook keepers, okay? I'm gonna show you without the plastic, and then I'll put it on and show you how durable it is. So the Inset hook keeper, it's so small, I don't know if you can get that. It's basically this little metal bracket that clips into the keeper on the smelt head. So you'll see the smelt head there has all these little bumps. Basically, you're gonna take this keeper and you're just gonna slide it up into one of those bumps, okay? That stays there, does not move. So when you already have the plastic rigged on there, okay, you can kind of see the bumps through this color. You kind of know where they are, but you're gonna go through the bottom there. You're gonna kind of push this in, up, snaps into place. Look at that, will not come off. It does not move even one little bit. It keeps your bait on there for way, way longer. I've caught, normally on these you get 1 or 2 fish. That's Keitech, standard. It's just a soft bait, and that's what gives it the action. So it's always that trade-off of action versus durability. If you add this little inset keeper, you get action and durability. I've caught 7, 8 fish on one single one before without having anything come. Like, this will rip in half before that keeper comes off. So if you're looking for a way to save a couple bucks and save your plastics for a little bit longer, Inset hook keepers, it's inexpensive. It pairs up perfectly with the smelt head and any plastic. So if you want to run spark shads on the back of this, no problem. Fat swing impacts, no problem. Any other trailer that you can think, it's gonna pop in there, exact same, and it's gonna keep that plastic on there. So definitely check that out, and check out the smelt head combo with whatever your favorite swim bait is. I guarantee you'll catch you more fish.